Guys, we're back with another brand moment with me, but this one is a little bit different. This one is similar to the 10 questions that you guys asked me a couple of months ago that seemed to be a hit. So now we are going to be doing 5 questions with me. I mentioned it in my stories a couple of weeks ago about the questions that you wanted me to answer, and I have them here in my phone, and I'm gonna get to it right now. Okay, question number 1. An obstacle in your career that you have overcame. I gotta put the phone down for this one because I don't think y'all ready for this. So, early on in my career, when I used to work corporate, and after I quit my corporate job, I got blacklisted. I got blacklisted, which means that the person that I was working for basically told people not to hire me, not to work with me, for whatever her reason was. Now, this was my first boss. I looked up to this person a lot. So if you're ghost following me, I know that you blacklisted me. But let me tell you how I know, you guys. So I left this company. I was working for a major company, and it just seemed to be falling apart. They were going through lawsuits, this and that, and the person I was working for at the time decided to leave the company. And she decided to take me with her. So we went to another company. Mind you, back then I was an assistant. I feel like that is the way to learn anything, is to be an executive assistant. When you're an executive assistant, honey, you learn everything. Time management, from scheduling, you learn the ins and out, customer service, you learn it all. So I always recommend people graduating from college or even high school, if you're trying to jump into a career, be an executive assistant. You will learn everything. Okay, anyway, fast forward. So when we went to the new company, my boss just started to act a little weird, and things just weren't like adding up for me. And I had other opportunities to, branch off and do my own thing. And I found out that she was, doing some shady stuff, and I left. I left because I wasn't trying to be a part of that. So when I left, there was a couple of months when I wasn't working. I was just trying to figure it out. And I ended up getting lucky, getting another client. Getting signed to my first client, and everything was great. But then there was like ups and downs in my career, right? I was just new. I was just trying to figure it out. So there was a point in time when I went to look for another job. Now, a friend of mine, get the tea, a friend of mine that used to work at my old company that we left, started a new job. It was like, Anthony, you would be great for this job. My boss is looking for a junior manager or whatever the position was. I put your name in the hat. He knows who you used to work for, and he wants to interview you. I was like, oh my God, amazing. This is so great. So weeks and weeks went by. I never heard back. I called my friend up like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, he talked to such and such, my old boss, and she said not to hire you. I was pissed. When I tell you I wanted to go to this lady's house and bam her door in, I was just so upset, and I really didn't know what my next move was gonna be. I knew I wanted to stay in the business, but this lady was so connected, and if she did it to him, I know she's gonna do it to X, Y, and Z. And I was putting her down as a reference. I didn't think it was a big deal. I've been with her for so many years. She taught me everything that I knew up to that point, and I didn't think it was a bad thing to put her down as a reference. Yeah, but she was hating, she was she blacklisted me, and I was never able to get a job, which is why I had to dive in head first to my own company, Allen Group. And the reason why the name is Allen Group is because I got a client immediately. I had to sign the paperwork, didn't have a name for my business, and just said, okay, Anthony Allen Group, okay, here we go, and just put it into a business, and that's how I got here. But you know what? It was an obstacle. At the time, I was devastated, I was hurt. I just felt like I wasn't gonna get a job, but look at me now. 15 years later, my own company, 7 figures, and I guess I owe it all to her, right? For blacklisting me, not enabling me to get work in the industry that I had, really loved. And then, I just kind of went on my own and figured it out, learned the ropes, and here I am today. So that was a huge obstacle. Overcoming that gave me so much confidence, and that's why I am a badass today, because I don't play, especially when it comes to my business, my name. I'm very, very, very protective of that, and that was a huge obstacle for me. Okay, let's see the next question. The next question is, what is the last book you read? Okay, that's fair. I do read a lot, as you guys know, and I really rarely ever share what I read. Why? I don't know. I'm just so busy. I just don't think about it. But let me go to Audible, because I love Audible. It's in my car. I just play it when I'm driving into traffic in LA, back and forth to meetings, and I get through books like that. So let's go to my Audible library and see what okay. So the last book I read in its entirety is Business is Personal by Bethany Frankel. I thought it was a good read. I started it on vacation, and literally it was very compelling. She gave a lot of gems, and she's self-made, and I love self-help business books, all about learning, building my craft, still to this day. So that was a favorite of mine. Another book that I read is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It really teaches discipline. It was a great read. I even had my 11-year-old son read the book after I read it. My husband and I read it together, and we were like pumped afterwards. I listened to the Audible book, and I also bought the hard copy of the book, and it is just a must-have, and it's amazing. Another book that I've read is called Relentless by Tim Grover, and he's basically this coach to a bunch of athletes, athletic coach, mental coach, and he teaches relentlessness, how to be relentless, how not to give up. So these are the types of books that I read. It was a really good one. I recommend it. Another one, let's say my last one, let me just give you this. I'm reading right now by Tony Robbins, Master the Game of Money. Finances are so important to me. As you know, I've been in business for 15 years, and I'm all about my finances, growing them, and just it's how I provide for my family, or how I contribute to the household here. So I mean, I'm all about learning about money. And you guys, I'm really looking for a fiction book. If you know of anything, please drop it in the comments. I mean, I feel like it's a good balance to have a fiction and nonfiction, but I'm looking for a fiction book. So if you know of one, holla at your girl. Let me know. Okay, let's see. On to the next question. Podcast do you listen to? Oh my God, you guys know me so well. I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts and audibles in my car. I don't listen to music at all. I just feel like it's a waste of time, and it's just like I can be learning something while I'm driving, while I'm in the car. So I'm always listening to podcasts. So we're gonna go to my podcast app right now, and we are gonna see what I'm listening to. Okay, perfect. I'm listening to the Skinny Confidential, him and her podcast. It is a married couple, and Lauren Bostic and Michael Bostic, and they talk about everything from entrepreneurship, brand building, health tips. I'm switching my home to a toxin home, so I'm listening to all their episodes on how to go toxic free. They have a bunch of entrepreneurs on there that they interview. It's really interesting. Each episode is about 45 minutes to an hour. And I've been listening to this podcast for like 4 years now, you guys. So it is a must-have, but a must listen to. Don't forget, I have a podcast. So you guys need to subscribe to my podcast. It's called Level Up in Life, Level Up in Business, Level Up in Life. And I'm just giving a bunch of branding tips. So you guys need to go check that out. Okay, last but not least. When will you start posting more cooking videos? You guys. Okay, here's the thing with the cooking, okay? I'm pregnant, and right now I'm just cooking, and I don't have time to like post it and like record it, but I promised you I'm gonna do more cooking videos. I'm even gonna do them more professionally done. I mean, because it's just a passion of mine. I know you guys love it. I get so much traction from those videos. Even though I'm really trying to focus on launching this part of the business, it still comes back to where are the cooking videos. So please follow the Cooking Snob. I have more cooking videos there. And I will try, just let me get it together, let me get this nausea under control to post more cooking videos, okay? And maybe I'll do cooking videos and I'm giving you brand tips over them. Maybe we'll do something a little creative along those lines, but I will definitely be posting more. Please, these are always fun. These questions with me are always fun. I have a couple more, but I'm gonna save them for the next one. So you guys, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for even just caring enough to ask me questions. Like, it means a lot to me, and keep sending them because I'm listening, I'm responding, I'm watching, and I'm forever grateful. So make sure to just keep asking me, ask away. All right, guys, thank you so much. And another brand tip maybe in a couple weeks. What do you think? Okay, cool. Bye.